Hello everybody, welcome to Redmine Tip and Tricks webinar. My name is Redmine Man and I'm going to show you how does it look like the project leading in an agile way of working. Let me demonstrate it on the, let's say, construction project. On the left side here you can see the project related to the building of the house, where it was lead in the classic waterfall, where the whole project was delivered to the customer, then he just testing it, and then, for example, realized that such issue occur and he was insufficient. On the other hand, here you can see the Agile project and what Agile means. Let's say it's representing by the delivery of every part of that building of the house to the customer. So it means that first of all you, let's say, construct the floor, then the customer is accepting that, and then you are continuing with the walls and then continuing with the roof. So it depends on such iterations where you are delivering the parts of that project continuously. Those parts or phases are called the sprints. So here you can see the screen from such a program for the leading of the sprints, where are those sprints somehow covered in the middle of each other. It's due to the improving of the efficiency. And let's say what is including in that sprints. Of course, there are the sets of the task, and those tasks are or orientation in those tasks is really complicated because there is more than 10 or 20 or 30 tasks, and in that case such a agile board has been created, which is visible in here. In the past it was representing by just like a board with the paper stickers, where the project manager just stick the task which needs to be done, assign it to that person, and the progress was visible within that statuses, like in here in the header, like to do, in progress, testing, and done. And but the orientation in that, let's say, classic paper form was really complicated, and in that form, let's say, create the set of the tools which are supporting the agile mechanism, like in Redmine, where the plugin dashboard existing, which is visible in here. Very nice functionality, but I would say a bit of old and missing such a key functions like a drag and drop, and also missing the assignee in the form of the pictures to that person which are responsible for the task, and also it's not representing the workflow in the project. On the other hand, you can see the difference in the system called Easy Redmine, which is based on the Redmine, and in the Agile board, all of these functionalities are visible and improving the status of the classic Redmine. So let's have a look how it seems in that Easy Redmine. I just created here the example in form of project called Building House. So first of all, let me just describe the concept of the sprints. So every sprint is representing in here what I showed you on the presentation, the phases like build the floor, then continue in the walls, electrification, gas and water, and finally the roof. And for every sprint, just I set up the period, for example, 1 month. And so let me just show you as a demonstration the sprint called electrification. And what is visible in here? Of course, those statuses like new, realization, control, and accepted by investor. In a construction project, it's somehow logical, like realization means that the task is in the progress, control is in a form of auditor, which is controlling the work, and finally the investor is accepting the already delivered product, or let's say the part of the building. And I just put in here a couple of tasks which are, let's say, related to electrification, like for example, lights, sockets, or a switchboard, growth to switchboard, or cables, or whatever is needed to build up the electrification. So very easily you can, by drag and drop function, include from the sprint to every status is the particular task and proceed him within the Agile board. So you can very easily, by drag and drop, change the status of the task. Of course, the assignee to particular, let's say, user is visible in here, and also the column management, like for example, urgent task is in red, the classic one in the let's say green, and the task with the low priority in a blue. So, and the final status is somehow the acceptance by the investor, which is more or less the last part of the project. So this is somehow the short demonstration how can be the construction project, let's say, lead in the easy Redmine system. Thank you, and see you soon on next webinar or training.